Today here in Kentucky, Zone 6B, we're going to get some of our colder weather crops started in the house and some of them started in the garden. Hey everybody, welcome to our bubble. If you're new here, my name is Katie and today we are planting seeds out in the garden. I'm super excited. So it is February and this is when I start my colder weather crops in the house, and also I get my peas and my beets out in the garden. They don't mind a little cold. Some people even say that if it frosts a little after your peas come up, it makes them that much sweeter. So we're going to go out, we're going to build a quick raised bed and get it filled and get our peas and our beets planted. To help me get everything to the garden, I've gone under the house in our cellar area to get the little red wagon. The cellar area is kind of useless. It's not great for storing vegetables. I have tried. Our peas and beet seeds came from our local southern states. I did get them free because they are from the last year's seed batch, so we're just going to hope for the best on these. The Miracle Grow bags that I actually got them at Costco for around $10 a piece. This ended up being just fantastic dirt. For our raised bed, I'm just using some more of the extra wood that I had used for our cold frame earlier this year and some L brackets from Lowe's.
Yesterday I was clever, wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself. Let go of who you are, become who you might be. Let your life become living poetry. You were born with wings, your heart knows the way. It's your road to walk, and yours alone. You'll be the lion, you'll be the deer, be like a tree, let the dead leaves fall. Let your life become living poetry. You were born with wings, your heart knows the stars are seen in the dark, silence the mind. Stars are seen in the dark, silence the mind. Let your life become living poetry. You were born with wings, your heart knows the way. Let your life become living poetry. You were born with wings, your heart knows the way.
Now I just flatten out the dirt a little bit to make an area to throw our peas down. I do want you to notice that I just kind of throw them down all willy-nilly. I do not space the peas and the beets. Later, I will thin the beets after they come up. But for now, the peas really don't need to be spaced. They don't care. They have a very small root base. I've never had a problem with them coming up. Matter of fact, they will sprout even if they're not fully covered with dirt. So just a very thin layer on top of both the peas and the beets work just fine. I want you to look. They're waiting on me to leave so they can dig up all my peas and my beet seeds. So I do not have the fencing I want yet. The fencing is mainly to keep the rabbits out, but I'm going to have to put some around our new bed. So now that our outside stuff is planted, I wanted to tell you what I am starting for inside. And every year I try to grow something different. I generally try and grow a little bit of broccoli, but this year, I guess so far, my different is this broccoli, because I think it is so cool looking. I really hope that this works out. But we're also going to start some cauliflower seeds. Kevin, stop it. I've got red onions. I have yellow onions. And I've got some cabbage seeds because we make a lot of sauerkraut in this house. So got to grow some cabbage. And I want to go on and start some sage seeds as well. So the first thing I'm going to do, though, is we're big recyclers. We actually only produce maybe 1 bag of garbage a week. So something that I chose not to put in the recycling are these containers. These containers come from, I buy a type of lettuce from Costco, and I have, instead of recycling all the containers, I have chosen to save them so I can make tiny little greenhouses. But the first thing we need to do is put some holes in the bottom so that they have proper drainage. So all I'm doing to put holes in the bottom of them is I have a soldering iron and I'm just going to melt some quick little holes. So today we're using an organic, it says outdoor potting mix, which is just kind of what I could get. This is not going to be as nice as the Miracle Grow soil that I put in the raised bed. That was really nice. I got that at Costco. It already had compost in it and you could smell it. So I'm not really for sure what to expect with this bag. So let's find out. This is the organic outdoor mix. This already has mushrooms growing in it, so this is nice. Oh, look, there's more little mushrooms. Not too bad. I will sift out some of the larger pieces just because we don't want these for our fragile little seeds. There can be one on top of it and it would keep it from sprouting, or it would sprout weird and maybe not recover. I think the first thing we're going to start with is our cool broccoli. And all I'm going to do is just grab handfuls of this, trying to kind of just make sure there's no great big pieces, which this is not too bad. I've had worse. Well, I've got a decent little base on there. I filled it about half full. And then I'm not overly picky about starting my seeds. And I mean, look how tiny that is. So I guess I'm kind of a lazy gardener. I just sprinkle them in and hope for the best that they do their thing. They should have plenty of room in here, and then we can worry about spacing them out once we get them out in the garden. And now that that's done, I'm just going to cover it with a very light layer of our soil without the big sticks. And now we need to label it. I'm just going to write it right on the side of our container. Hey, broccoli. So now we move on to the next one. So now I am going to go on and plant our sage plants and get them started, even though it's a little early for them, but I want them to go ahead and get a jump start and hopefully are a decent little plant when I put them in the ground. Sage is one of these plants that if you care for it well enough, it will come back for a few years. So the sage seeds are quite tiny as well. We're actually going to put a couple in each little area. We're going to give everyone a quick douse of water from the top, and then we're going to take them into our heat-controlled room where I will add water to the bottom of the pan. Now that everybody's gotten moistened on top a little bit, we're going to move them to the other room and put them in our little greenhouse. Now we're going to put water in the bottom of all of our dishes to make sure that it gets soaked up through the holes that we made in our container and that everybody stays moist and happy. Everybody looks good. Got about ½ inch of water in our dishes. So this room in our home I have chosen specifically because it has electric heat. This was my daughter's room when she lived here. This is the only room in the house that has electric heat. So I can actually control the temperature in this room where I can't in the rest of the house. So now we've got all of our cold weather crops started inside and outside. It is not time for me to start tomatoes and stuff yet. I don't actually start them until March, so not for a few more weeks. But we've already got a great jump on things. They should be really happy here. This window gets sun all day. This is one of the only windows in my home that gets sun all day. So, and what we will do is everybody will stay in here and be happy for a little bit. And as the weather gets warmer and the sun is out more, I will actually move all of this outside so that it gets the good natural sunshine. And if it's not too windy, I can open the greenhouse and let things try to harden off a little bit. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.